right, let's talk about it. This is one of those forbidden, sex, politics, religion. Those are the things you're not supposed to talk about, right? And for this episode, it's not necessarily all about religion. It's primarily me and you. Are we going to be saved, or are we going to be screwed? Saved or screwed? That's the question, and we'll let the audience decide who's going to be saved and who's going to be screwed. So we're diving headfirst into that messy gray area between religion and real life. And I'm praying that you're going to like this one. Praying to the good Lord above that you guys are all going to like this, and you're going to like and subscribe. And remember, we're trying to make this interactive. So if you agree or you don't agree, let us know. Maybe, hey, your experience is different. Maybe you didn't get your confirmation at TJ. Maybe you did it the right way. And, and over the course of a year, it's like over a course of a year, huh? But whatever your experience was, let us know in the comments. That's what we want to do. But so let's get it started on the Gentleman's Hour.
Cue the intro.
Cue it. All right, buddy. And also check this out. They're ready. They're in. I got one for you, and look at this one too. I wanted to bring them both out.
Nice.
Ooh,
oh, that one's bad, bro. Yeah. Those are dope.
They're both saucy. So I got one for your buddy, and then I got one of each for you.
Those are dope.
Those are dope, huh? And anybody else? Hey, you want one for right now? They're free because we just want to get the word out there. But hey, eventually these are going to be up $35.99. Those tariffs are about to hit. So get in before the tariffs. All right. All right. First segment is going to be like our the one we do where we do the rapid fire kind of. I'm going to tell you, I found these Bible verses since we're talking religion. Let's start with this. Just, get the tip wet. Let's just put our feet in. These are Bible verses that are literally in the Bible. And I want you, Louis, because I know you have a strong Catholic upbringing.
Oh, yeah,
I want you to tell me what you think this is. Translate for me.
All right, you got it. Go.
Exodus 23:19. Bring the best of the first fruits of your soil to the house of the Lord your God. Do not cook a young goat in its mother's milk.
God damn. Originally, it was like bring your best.
Right, I get
to the Lord's in His presence, I guess.
Or like whatever the best of your harvest you bring to give to me.
The best of the biggest part of your paycheck. But don't cook the baby goat in its
mother's milk.
Its mother's milk, it's that kind of to me translates like don't like cut the harvest before, because then you're not gonna have anything to come back to.
Like don't count your chickens before they hatch, kind of.
Yeah,
thing?
Bro. Like if you let's say you have X amount of eggs, right, and you eat all of them. Yeah. You're not gonna have any chicks to keep growing, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting from.
That's what you get out of don't cook it a young goat.
Yeah. Okay. Milk. Hold on. Well, because a young goat in its mother's milk. Don't cook a young goat in its mother's milk. Do you have the actual what it means, or we're just gonna
we're just gonna leave it at that. And anybody else, any of our biblical historians that know anything about this, chime in below.
Me all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I mean, that's in Exodus. That's in right off the get go. You know what I mean?
I thought Genesis was the beginning.
Oh, you're right. No, that's the ending.
Come on, bro.
Sorry.
Exodus is like the fourth inning.
Hey, I need to sign up for confirmation too.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Leviticus. Ooh, that sounds good, huh? Leviticus 26:29. You will eat the flesh of your sons and the flesh of your daughters.
Leviticus. I think isn't Leviticus like all the punishment, like all the what's the word? Like when you're already like repenting for your sins, because you will eat anything you do will be paid through your next
through your kin, huh? That they always talk
about. That's what I think. That's how I take that.
You will eat the flesh of your. Okay, hey, you know what? Honestly, I like that. I wouldn't. I wasn't even thinking that. I had no idea what that was about. I thought it was about. I thought it was like summertime about grilling or something. Like, but hey, yours sounds a lot better. You're right.
Yeah, we'll go with
that. Sounds
we'll
a lot better. We'll go with that. All right, there we go.
I think it's pronounced Leviticus.
Lev is Louis Viticus.
Louis Viticus.
Louis Viticus. All right. 2 Kings 2:23 and 24. From there, Elisha. I'm trying to read like they read in the at the pulpit on Sunday. Yeah. From there, Elisha went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, some boys came out of the town and jeered at him. Get out of here, Baldy.
Oh, God.
Get out of here. I wouldn't have survived 1 minute. Get out of here, Baldy, they said. Get out of here, Baldy. I guess that was bad back then.
Yeah,
he turned around. He turned around, looked at them, called down a curse on them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys.
42? So this bald guy was walking by, and there was a school of boys just making fun of his bald head?
I ain't ever growing it back, brother.
You're
I ain't
not,
ever
bro.
going about. And don't make me curse you, brother. Don't make me curse you. Don't make me curse you on air.
Hey, Jesus is crazy, bro. He just said, "Here, go after these fools for making fun of this bald kid."
That's what I'm saying, and that's not even that bad. Like that's probably the nicest thing you could say to me. I have a lot of worse. Call me Darky. Call me Dark Boy. And see what it does to me.
You know what? That'd have been four bears.
But Baldy. I'm not gonna lie. If I could have called up a curse on that little white girl, and a bear came and attacked, I would have been. There's no bears in Northridge.
Yeah, you see, that's your problem. Is that you won't try to solve it yourself. You should have been like, Lord, strike down upon her.
But that was nothing crazy. That's pretty straightforward. But isn't that crazy how stuff was interpreted back then, and then they just made it like, oh yeah, they insulted him and he cursed him, and God was listening. And
do you think he was sick?
Oh, I didn't even
that's
think
why
of
he was
that.
bald.
You're right.
Yeah, maybe that's why, he was
because you're right. Because they didn't have shavers. They didn't have no Bics back then, right? They didn't have that Norelco, the electric.
Yeah, the Norelco, or the ball. What is it? The one the little ring.
The little 3-head. Yeah. That's what I use. The little 3-head.
Yeah.
12 minutes and I'm out like this, looking good, sharp and clean.
Man, I used to mess up the Mach 3, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's top notch. That's high class. That's top shelf, bro. That's top shelf.
I don't even know if they make those anymore.
No, I don't think so. All right, next one. It's Exodus 4:24-26. At a lodging place on the way, the Lord met Moses and was about to kill him because his son was not circumcised.
The Lord?
The Lord. That's what it says. The Lord met Moses.
And he was about to kill Moses?
And he was about to kill him because his son was not circumcised. But Zipporah, which was Moses' old lady, took a flint knife, cut off her son's foreskin, and touched Moses, grabbed the skin and slapped Moses' feet with it. Surely you are a bridegroom of blood to me, she said. And so the Lord left him alone. Damn, bro, them times were wild. Right there on the spot.
And hit Moses in the foot?
I guess that's the procedure. I don't remember them doing that when my son was born. I don't remember them slapping my leg with it, but
wait, what's that kid's name?
It doesn't say.
I think his name is Paul.
I thought you were going to say Cain, or I thought you were being serious.
No, but seriously, Jack, what's his name? I mean, if you can whip somebody with a piece of foreskin, dog.
Exodus 4:24-26. That's why I'm putting them out there. I'm going to put the little Bible verse on the screen when I do it, so people can go look it up in real life time. I don't know, man. Hey, times were wild back then, bro. Like, not only was the Lord just walking down the streets with people, he was going to straight end this dude because his son wasn't circumcised.
Because he wasn't circumcised?
Hey, low key, JC Jesus was a straight killer, bro.
He
did not play around.
I wouldn't mess around.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hang out with that dude. Like, he's gonna kill you for every little sin.
What's even more crazy is that everybody stayed packing, bro. She didn't hesitate to whip it out.
Oh yeah, a little flint knife. Yeah, bro. Like, what the hell is a flint knife?
Well, I know a flint is a little off a lighter.
For the fire, right? To start the, yeah, they do the.
Unless you
the
use like a piece of like stone and just clean
Hey,
cut.
and that's a real one. I gotta look up this Zipporah. I bet she was hot. Damn. Hey, Moses got a real one, bro. Okay.
Yeah, dog. Because Moses was lacking, fool. He was about to just get done.
Yeah, fool was just walking like a menso, bro. He was about to get killed.
No way to defend himself, dog. Come on. He was too busy parting the Red Sea, bro. You had that on his mind, of course.
Hey, low key, I'm gonna go back and read the Bible, man. There's some wild shit going down. All right, Deuteronomy 25:11-12. If two men are fighting, and the wife of one of them comes to rescue her husband from his assailant, and she reaches out and seizes him by his private parts, you shall cut off her hand. Show her no pity.
God.
Man. So basically, I'm saying, imagine you were getting your ass beat by some dude, and then Laura comes and then grabs you by the beep and yanks you out of the fight. She gets punished. They chop her hand off because you shouldn't be doing that.
She emasculated me, bro.
It's straight show her no pity. Yeah, you're right. Because
you're
the man.
You're beating like a man, bro.
Yeah, how are you going to go home in front of your kids knowing that, Laura grabbed you by the you-know-what and yanked you out of the fight?
If I'm in a fight, if I'm in a fight and Laura comes in and grabs me by the balls, they're going to cut her hand off, and then I'm going to eat the flesh of my son and daughter.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, see, keep going, bro.
God, this is like a novella, bro. I gotta get on this whole Bible. Now I see all the hype, bro.
Yeah, dog.
Hey, they might just have another real one, another real believer.
I'm gonna tell you this: they didn't tell these stories when I was sitting in church at Mary Immaculate.
I would have been like this exactly.
Yeah, I would have been like, oh my god.
I was always in church looking like, oh, look at that little girl in the front row, the third row, you know. Like I remember as a little kid, I was trying to peep. All right,
I was trying to get some wine, homie.
Oh yeah, I did. When I was an altar boy, yeah, I got some.
Was it grape juice?
Nah, man, it was real, but it was like that cheap. I think it was like box wine or so. It was cheap.
It was boonies.
You could smell it from because we used to have to pour it and stuff. Yeah, bro, it was bad. They were a bunch of drunks too. Those priests, they were just back there killing it.
Wait, bro, come on, they don't have nothing else to do. Get on some slack, bro.
I would be too. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Genesis 5:32. This one's straight and simple. When Noah was 500 years old, he had 3 sons.
Damn.
Hey, you're over here bragging about your pops because he's 104. Noah was straight 500, bro. 500.
And he was still putting it down, bro.
Yeah, and he still had 3 kids. What?
And he was hanging out with a bunch of animals. That was crazy because, like, think about it, bro. Noah having kids at how old?
500. No, 500. No, it says he was 500 years old, yeah, and he had 3 kids. He was a late bloomer.
God damn.
Oh, no. No. It wasn't even 3 kids. It was better. 3 sons. Because remember back then it was like, oh, if you have a son, you're blessed. If you have a daughter, she become a concubine or something. It wasn't good. Yeah, it was not good.
Hey, but
damn, bro, 500.
Was it 3 different chicks?
Probably. Hey, who else? No chicks are living past 100 years old. Imagine that party.
He's putting some baddies, fool.
Bro, imagine that big old party that fool had for his 500th. Hey, y'all going to Noah's 500th? Hey, that shit's going to be the party of the year.
I heard this on an arc.
There's no way. There's no way that fool makes it a 600, bro.
Hell no. You got to go now, you know? And he's putting it down.
That's crazy.
They're fresh out of like church college.
Hell yeah. All right, Genesis 6:32. This one's just funny. God kills everything in order to make the world less violent.
That's like Thanos, bro.
No, yeah, exactly. But this is even worse because he wants to make the world. Thanos was at least trying to do good by the we were overpopulated. Us Mexicans and Chinese are just making too many babies.
Just making them too many at a time.
Yeah, he was trying to make it right. This is funny because God is saying the world is too violent. So the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to go ahead and just kill everybody, which is, that's.
Well, yeah, because you kill everybody and you start over.
Right, which is what he did, but. The whole point is like it was too violent, and then he goes into even more.
Yeah. Violence is the only answer, I guess.
Hey, God, bro, this boy was putting it down. Him and his son Jesus were OGs, bro. I would have been trying to roll. I would have been trying to roll with them, bro. That's the crew you want to roll with.
Yeah, you want to be with them, not against them, bro. Yeah.
No. But people didn't know back then. All right, Genesis 19, 1-5. The two angels that visit Lot wash their feet, eat, and are sexually irresistible to sodomites. I remember kind of reading, they did give a little brief description of it, but it basically said that everybody in, remember Sodom and Gomorrah, the cities?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in that city, Sodom, the angels, I guess everybody wanted to bone them. I don't, Yeah.
I didn't. I think that part was excluded in catechism. I think
Yeah,
it's
they don't
one
give
thing
you
they
the
talk
they don't
about.
give you they don't give you the good stuff. Huh? I guess these
Yeah, they
angels
just-
were looking good.
Yeah, they didn't want to go there.
Hey,
they
but
never said why.
But you know what? I kind of get that because that's kind of like modern times. Like, so these angels obviously weren't from Sodom; they were from somewhere else. But like, have you ever gone to like you go to a different country? You go to like Asia, and they look at you like they see white kids or white people, and they're like, "Oh my!" Like they treat them like they're like they're special or oh
They're
my God,
they're pure.
because they're something different. So I guess these angels were just like, hey, these angels look good. Look at their hair looks good. These fools are like glowing. Like they probably just went in there and ran through the whole town.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, like, hey,
Hey, when in Rome, bro.
yeah, the angels
When
are
in
here.
Sodom.
Yeah, when in Sodom, just don't turn to salt. Yeah, all right. Genesis 19:30-38. Lot's daughter. Oh, get this one. I shouldn't even. This one might get us canceled. But I'm gonna say it. Lot's daughters get him drunk, and then have sex with him and get impregnated, so that they will preserve the family line. Damn, bro. I mean, that's disgusting, and I don't even want to talk about it. But that is crazy how far back then they would go to preserve like the line. You know what I mean? Like, hey, pops ain't got no other chick. It's only us girls. We gotta. Hey, this line is gonna die with pops unless we take matters into our own hands. And where was the mom? Like, why come the mom didn't take care of business?
Maybe
like,
they
keep
killed her,
popping
bro.
out.
She probably like saved them from a fight and was banished to no mercy.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna highlight this one. I want to go read this one on my own and find out all about this lot, dude. Like, that's pretty crazy.
You know what's crazy though? Like ultimately, doesn't that like end the bloodline? Because like don't they start having
No, because
problems?
it would take his because it would come out all crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna come out like with special,
one
like,
eye or
yeah.
I don't think that should matter back then, bro.
Not back. Well,
Eventually
yeah, they would banish you.
Eventually it washed out. Yeah, but like you have two kids, one of them's gonna come mess up. So hey, you go drown them or whatever.
You go 50-50.
Yeah. So you could get
You
around
circumcise them with a flint and
on
Good
the
Lord.
spot, huh? All right, last one. 2 Chronicles 21 and 22. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ehoram was 32 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned for 8 years and then died, unfortunately, at 40 years old. When he died, his youngest son, Ahaziah, began to reign at the age of 42. So his son was 2 years older than his father.
So wait, what? So his dad was 2 when he had a kid.
I don't know. His dad was older. No, his son was older, like 2 years.
Maybe he was maybe he was the dad that stepped up. Homie, that's in the Bible, bro.
You know what I'm cracking up? You ever seen that movie? Don't Be a Menace. Don't
Yeah,
be a
yeah, with
menace.
the homeboy, with the
And
homeboy.
remember the kid is the dad. The adult is the son. Of the kid. The first thing I thought of. So this guy died, but his son took over. But his son was somehow 2 years older than him. You're right. That maybe, you know what? I bet it was something like a stepson or something.
Stepdad, bro.
Stepdad, and the wife was older or something, and he came into her life, and Azariah was already 2 when he came in. No.
She was probably an angel.
He was already an adult.
Sodom.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he met her one night and I was like, hey, I have a 2-year-old, and he's like, that's cool.
I can't make sense of it, but you're right. That's more explainable. Like, it wasn't actually his kid. Okay. All right. I was kind of like, damn, that fool had a kid and he was already older.
He was -2 when the kid was born.
This fool was what, Benjamin Button or what? He's going backwards. All right. Now, okay, that was just kind of get our feet wet, a little fun, a little. Now let's get into the real religion. All right, and we're gonna start with you. So, when were you first introduced to religion, or when do you remember beginning, like first hearing about like God or the Bible, Jesus, Jesus, whatever?
I had to have been probably like maybe 6 or 7 going to church that I can remember.
Okay.
I know. I mean, obviously, I was baptized. And I mean, everything's always been, not about religion, but they did speak of it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't pushed on me heavy. We went to church every Sunday,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then it was 1 hour. Then we'd go eat after, and we'd come home, and we kind of just chill out. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I don't even know if we had a
Right.
Bible in the house.
Right. Right.
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it was always around. There was like stuff on the wall and
You're right. Right.
stuff like that.
So
But yeah,
that's how it was for me. I remember going, but I do remember the first time that school where the little white girl told me I was dark was at a Lutheran. It was a Christian, but we were Catholic. But I don't remember fully kind of getting into the church until we moved up here to the AV, and then my mom put us in Catholic school, and then we would go to church every Sunday. And then I remember telling you, like, as we were older, when I already had kids, we would go to church and we go with my grandma, make a whole day out of it, go out to eat after. It was cool. But as far as when I was first introduced, yeah, same thing as a kid. I just whatever. I don't remember them being overly religious. I don't remember a Bible either in the house. I'm sure they did, but I just remember, you're right, like them talking about it. But I don't remember going to church and all that until I was already a little bit older and going to Catholic school. Why though, as a kid, I know for me, like once I was already like maybe like 12, 10, 11, 12, why did it feel like going to church was like a punishment? Like, oh, we're going to church. Like, oh, fuck.
I didn't take it as a punishment. I just knew
really?
I didn't like going. Yeah, I didn't like going at all. But it was kind of
Why,
something.
why though? Why? How come?
Because it was
like
boring.
what didn't you like? Okay, yeah.
It was boring, dude. Like ridiculously boring. I think if they made it more like those stories, bro, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was
the real
right
stuff.
now. I was captivated, bro. I'm like, hey, let's end this now. I gotta go read the Bible. I gotta go look up these scriptures.
Hey,
But-
and I don't even have a Bible here, but I'm gonna go get one. But
Yeah, I
you're
don't
right,
have
you're
one
right.
either. I'm seeing on Amazon, seeing what they cost. Probably get the Trump one
Yeah.
for $400.
No,
But-
you got to get the King James, bro. King James.
Oh, King James version is the best version.
Yeah.
It's the only version I acknowledge. No, nah, you know what? It's like I said, it wasn't. I didn't take it as a punishment because it was something we did every Sunday.
Right. You just knew it was.
But
What
I
it
think
was.
I think at a certain point, I remember when my sister moved out, and it was just my mom, my dad, and me. And then at one point, it was just my dad stopped going. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna wake up, and you guys are on your own. And by then, I had already gotten my license, so my mom was like, oh, you have to take me, and I was like, all right.
Oh, damn.
So then it was just my mom and me that we would go, and I'm kind of like, dude, I was 16. I was like, dude, this sucks.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is be
like, why am I here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it wasn't a punishment. I just knew I didn't like it.
Right.
Like it was routine, something that I didn't like doing. Like you go to the dentist, and sometimes
Yeah. You have to do it, but it.
yeah, you have to do it, but you don't really know why. I mean, to me, it was like I thought I was a good person. I didn't think I was going to hell, but it was every Sunday we were there, bro.
Okay. Do you consider yourself right now? Are you spiritual, or you just kind of say you are because you don't want to go to hell?
Hey, bro. I wouldn't say I'm
Oh,
spiritual.
don't tell me you're a warm weather guy, so you don't mind. Oh,
Yeah, come on, bro.
I thought you were gonna say I don't mind
tan.
going to hell.
I got the tan for it. I'm good. No, you know what? I don't fear it, but I don't act out like I don't fear it. I'm not like being reckless and.
So then
And
you
just
believe.
killing
Then you
people.
you believe there's a hell.
I think there's a part of me that from when I was little, like I do believe it, but like I don't fear it, bro. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like my life has been what it was and what it is, and who knows what it'll be. But I'm kind of like I'm gonna take it, bro. Like I feel like I'm a decent person. I wouldn't say I'm a good person.
Right,
I'm a decent person. And if that's not enough, bro, like yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
And honestly, that's how I feel. I always felt growing up like when I was young. You hear the stories, and in Catholic school, it was like serious. They acted like, you broke one commandment and you're going to hell. So I was actually scared. And I remember the first, I don't know how old I was, like maybe in my early teens, like 13. The first time that I got intimate with myself, and I was like. I mean, it felt so good. So I was like, it was like heroin, bro. I was like, damn, that feels good. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to stop. I'm addicted.
Chasing the dragon, bro.
Yeah, there's no turning that fountain on. Like broken pipe, you can't shut it off. The dam broke.
Might as well let it drain out.
But I always felt like I was gonna go to hell, like, because I always heard
Really?
that's so bad. That's so bad. Like, oh,
Really?
a boy doesn't touch himself, and you don't do anything sexual until marriage. So I was like, oh man, I'm done because I'm literally, I'm sinning every night. You know what I mean? Maybe twice a night sometimes. Like, so I know I'm in trouble. I gotta. Not only am I going to hell, I got a first class ticket. But that's always how I felt growing up, like scared. You know what I mean? Like scared of all this stuff that I was doing. But as I got older, you're right. I started to kind of like, you know what? I might not do everything 100% the way whatever they say you're supposed to in school or the Bible, but I feel like I'm a good person. Like I feel like I do the right thing when it comes down to it. So I like, you're really gonna send a good person like this to hell? I mean, you know what I mean? I might not be. Like, remember how we said like I'm not batting 1,000, but hey, I'm batting 300. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you're gonna send that person to hell? Yeah, that's respectable.
Hall of Fame numbers, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
let me ask you this, but like, so every time you rub one out, you were committing like you were breaking like 4 commandments.
well, because in the Catholic Church that's illegal because those
would
are
rub
supposed
one
to
out,
be. That's supposed to be for kids. Yeah. to
You're
have
stealing.
kids.
You're stealing thy neighbor's Playboys from his mailbox.
No, I thought it was my dad's I took.
Then you
was
got
my
to
cousins.
respect
I was
thy
taking
father.
hey, hey, everybody had them back then, and I was taking them. You're
Yeah,
right. Yeah, and I mean, 100%. But isn't that crazy how when you're young you do think of that stuff? Like, and I remember going to bed and praying, and sometimes like scared it, like I was too
What am I
embarrassed to even
doing?
talk about it. Yeah, like I would even say I'm sorry for touching myself. I did more than touch myself, bro.
I'm sorry, my sheets are stuck to my socks.
Yeah, so kind of the same way, you grew up.
Similar in so many ways, dog.
Is the church still about God, or do you think it's more about just controlling people?
I think in essence, the essence of the church is always going to be about God, but I think
Okay.
it gets really filtered depending on what level like religious person you are and where you're practicing, bro. Like I can go to a church right here up the street, and they might tell me one thing, but then sometimes they toss in politics and they toss in their personal belief, which is okay, but it shouldn't be. I shouldn't go there so you can preach to me about how you feel.
Right.
So it's the word of the Lord, and then you take from that what you will. How you're gonna
let it speak. Let it speak for itself.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that Bible hasn't been rewritten.
Yeah, and
So
see,
just read it, that's it.
that's one of my biggest issues too with religion is like I feel like a lot of the hardcore believers and I do get that whole they say like if you are a true Christian, your job is to spread the word, is to convert people. So I get that, like that's what they're supposed to do. But it's like they try so hard and do so much, and then it comes off as like talking down to that. It rubs a lot of like young people
Like condescending, bro.
condescending. It's like I don't
Yeah.
want to be taught. Like if you really want to help me and you really think you're doing it, then talk to me about it. Let's talk. But when you talk down to me and like if you don't do this and you don't do that and you're gonna become this, it's just like
It's
what?
like, well,
I thought a religion's supposed to make me feel good, not bad. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I get. I think it gets like a bad rap is some people go too hard and judge people. Like why are you judging me? You don't know
Yeah.
half of the things I've done. Like trust me.
And then not only that, but there's so many like religious people that are just bad, bro. They get caught up with stuff, and you're like, wow, them really? What the heck? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think if you're gonna follow it, That's cool.
Right.
I have no problem with it, but yeah, don't come at me like trying to convert me when I feel like,
right.
like I said, I feel like I'm a decent person.
Right.
Like I don't wake up and like I'm genuinely gonna go do bad or hurt or do what is it, ill will against other people. Like nah, dude. Like I wake up and I take care of my kids, take care of my family. I try to be a decent person.
Right.
But I don't know if that's not enough, dude. Like I don't think I want to. I don't want to go anymore. I don't go harder.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where I think they. And I think you pointed out I had beer in a while. It's like, oh, getting me gassy. And
It's
you pointed out.
It's that sin coming out.
Yeah. Another put another thing on my checklist, 2,000 pages long of why I'm not going to get into heaven. But I think you summed it up where you said, like, I know, and I don't want to, hey, you can't say anything about the Catholic Church or you're going to get canceled. I don't want to get my mom mad. My grandma was a hardcore, they're like, oh God. But the priests and all that, man, they did themselves a bad disservice, because it's kind of hard for you to tell us we're bad people, we don't do this, we don't do that, but then you have all your priests doing all this stuff, and it's all covered up for them and all that. It was like, that was bad. They lost a lot of. I know for a lot of young people, they lost the credibility, because like, I'm supposed to be listening to this person tell me how to live my life, and all these priests, it comes out. Remember when all the reports were coming out?
A lot.
They were just, all they would do is they'd find out about it at the church and like, oh, let me just transfer them. Yeah, they're over here doing this to whatever kids over here in California. Let's transfer them to Ohio.
The East Coast.
Out.
Yeah, the East Coast.
And so it's like they lost a lot of credibility, and I get it. Everybody has some bad people that are going to do some bad things. So there's going to be some priests fall in that line too, but there was a lot that came out and was being covered up. And so it's like, now it's like you guys lost a lot of credibility. But I was never like, if I'm believing in God or I'm going to church, I'm not doing it for those priests or anything. Like I said, I don't give a crap. I'm not on Lent going to give up beer and all, I'm not going to do all that dumb stuff. I'm not going to go and not eat meat on Friday. I'm not doing any of that, but I will try to live like a good person and make good decisions that I think are, whatever, religious or my religion would want me to act.
Yeah,
so I am gonna do that, but they lost a lot of credibility, with all that BS, But anyway.
Yeah, I think as long as you, like I said, the essence of it is, it's there, whatever it is,
right,
and you live your life to the best of that, I think you'll be good, bro.
Yeah,
and if now you can hang out with me, dog, and Hell's Bowling Alley.
Hey, you'll be there waiting for you.
I'm gonna have a suite
with a 40 ounce. Sweet. And I got a pool. I got a jacuzzi with you. We're set up. All right.
The view's not great, but
no, all flames, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Did religion teach us how to live, or just how to pretend? And let me kind of start on that one first. I get that.
Whoa.
It's kind of like, did the church as a kid, does it teach you to like, okay, I actually have to be a good person? Or does it teach you like, oh, I got to do this to kind of fake it to be a good, you know what I mean? Or did you take it as like, the church actually had or religion, church, whatever, actually had an influence on you, and it like actually made you want to do the right thing instead of just kind of fake it or whatnot?
Damn, that's deep. I think I can go this route. I think as long as you have good intention when you go to church, and you have good intention when you live your life, I think that's the basis of it, right? Now, if you're doing it, if you're being fake and you're living this crazy, like, sinful life, but yet on the surface you're like, I'm religious and I'm pushing this and I'm pushing that.
They're horrible people. Those are
the bad ones, bro. So that's what I'm saying. It all depends on you. Like I said, I grew up. It wasn't pushed on me. It wasn't like, oh my God, you need to do this. Like I said, I got baptized. I did my first communion. I got my confirmation, and it's just stuff that my mom said I had to do, so I did it. And
how about this? How about this? Do you think if you never heard about religion or anything, you were brought up completely atheist, would you right now still be the same? Or do you think that religion helped, that early Catholicism helped kind of form you to what you are, to make you a better person? Or do you think you still would have been a good person?
I think I would have. I think I'd be an okay person. I don't think I'd be as good.
Oh, okay. So it did
because, yeah, I mean, they give you this fear like you're gonna go to hell.
Right.
And I mean, it's okay. It depends on you. And then I think a lot of the times when I because I've broken a handful of commandments for sure, and I just think I was like, well, I didn't break the big ones. I've never killed anybody. I've never, like, there's a lot of stuff that I've never done.
Oh, I thought the
so
big
I kind
one
of thought
was
like it's not that bad.
I thought the big one was, thou shalt not sleep with thy neighbor's wife.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Oh, covet, yeah, not sleep.
Have you seen my neighbor's wife? Nah, I mean, I look. What's what I'm saying? Like I don't think I would have been a bad person, because even if there isn't the commandments, you still have laws.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. I'm still not.
And your parents are still there telling you what's right.
Yeah. They're still like, I'm not like lawless. Like, okay, well, there's no church. Yeah. Go be a heathen. Like, no, it's not even that. They want to. They try to teach you, like, to be a good person, they toss in church. I think as a kind of like a support for them to be like, hey, let me scare this kid, and that way he doesn't do it. And then they have the laws. So there's a bunch of tools that they use to try to make you a better person.
Yeah.
And if it's up to you, if you take them, like you grow up in the church and you turn around, you take your kids to church. That's kind of the hope for them, I guess.
Right.
Because they do guilt trip you, like, oh, why haven't you baptized them, or why haven't you done this? You don't even take them, and it's like, okay, well, I get that, and like I said, I respect it. I don't denounce it. I don't argue with people.
Right.
Because there are religious people around me, like my family and stuff like that. But for the most part, there isn't anybody that actually like peddles it on me, like, hey, you need to do this, and
that's cool.
Here's a Bible, go read it, you heathen. Like, no, I think they understand, and I think it's kind of filtered down, watered down a little bit. But I mean, I think I would still be a decent person. But yeah, there was that little fear at the beginning that kind of like, damn, I don't want to go to hell.
Shape you. Yeah,
for sure.
And you know what's also great about the Catholic Church? You don't know, huh? They don't want you to use contraception, so they don't believe in using rubbers. So as soon as I found that out, because you're not supposed to do that. That's every time you have sex, it's to have a kid. They don't believe in birth control or rubber. So as soon as I found that out, I was like, oh hey, I took that sucker.
Hey,
I used to wear a rubber. I used to wear one to school, and as soon as I found out about that, I was like,
dude, get that out of here.
Snap that sucker off, and I'm like, hey, finally, yeah. I didn't know I was supposed to be procreating already. I was only 15. I'm like, hey, the job is almost done.
Hey, but don't be a hypocrite, bro. You're also not supposed to have premarital sex. I didn't read that part. They must have ripped that page out.
I think that was edited out. They redacted that out of my Bible.
Yeah, I don't know, something.
Yeah. Hey, I got my Bible off the street, though. It wasn't even King James. It was like King Jose or something. It wasn't legit.
It was King Ron Jeremy.
Yeah. Hey, he's in prison or he died? Huh?
Oh yeah, never mind. No, scratch that.
Yeah. Never mind. We can't bring up Ron Jeremy on a show about religion.
Yeah, King Mac Hardcore. I don't know, somebody else.
All right, last question. Look at that. Good time, 37. Let's end this. If you met Jesus or Jesus or God, the big one, the big God, what would you ask him if you could ask him anything?
I would ask him why.
Why, God? Why? Why what though? Why was the world made? Why am I here? Why
do the bad do so good and the good do so bad?
Yeah, you know what?
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's always upset me. People that always upset me that are bad people and they
bad
excel.
People, bro.
Yeah,
and they excel. They thrive. They achieve whatever, and all kind of possibility of praise you can give them.
Yeah,
and there's so many people, bro, that are suffering and like
that are good people and are.
This is a very loaded question because I have such a broad answer, but yeah, that would be it, bro. I'd be like, why? Like, why do you punish the good and
Well, I mean, like
reward the bad.
To get serious too, like I always remember in class, like religion class, and people would ask something like this question or something kind of similar to it, but it was always like, if God loves, because God and Jesus love everybody, and it would always act like, well, then why does he allow murderers or children to get killed or stuff like that? And it's like, that's right. That is true too. You know what I mean? But then it's the whole thing about like, well, God's not here to. This is what I always remember them to like. God isn't here to control the world and make everything happen the way it's supposed to. He has to let everyone have. That's why you have free will. That's why you can do whatever you want. That's why bad stuff happens to, unfortunately, sometimes to kids or to innocent people, whatever. It's just, that's life. That's what's going to happen. But you're right. I always thought that too, is like, well, how come like there's so many bad people that not only survive, they thrive. And then there's so many, like, what's the difference between like how we're, right now, like we don't talk religion, we don't talk politics, but all the whole like
I know who you're talking about,
illegal immigrants and all goomer like that. But there's like some real good people that are like, if you talk to them or they're good people. They're just here trying to make it. They're doing so much to try to make a life for, not even for themselves. They're selfless for their family. But why are they arrested and thrown back and deported to El Salvador? Why is that
can
bad
even
stuff happening to
say,
them? But then these other people who are horrible people and all this
are
stuff
they putting them
like,
over there
yeah, well that
and
too, yeah.
getting
But
money?
like,
But
why does that happen?
and yeah, but and why were they even put in that position where they had to come over here and risk their lives and do all kinds of stuff, dude? Like
Yeah,
why
I mean,
can't I don't know? Like why do you
why
have to
can't
have
we all why can't
suffer?
we all be born with an equal shot? Because there's some people, and you have to admit it, it doesn't matter who you are, like if you're born into a certain circumstance, you're screwed. Like you maybe have a 1% chance of getting out and being something, but not like me or you who probably had a 80% chance. I'm talking about just being making it, having a good job, and da da da. But like, there's some people that are born in third world countries. They have zero shot to get out. You know what I mean? It's just like the luck of the draw. Like you get put in that situation. Good luck, Louis. You ain't gonna be rocking that LA hat on a podcast, gentlemen,
On a show.
drinking out of your gentleman's hour mug and shirts. Which, by the way, we're gonna make these available. So if you like them, look at this. This was Louis' brainchild. And
Yeah, dog.
it's my favorite, bro. I'm gonna get another print because I have another one for you, but I want to get another one and put this one on black because it's just like
Because you're Optimus Prime
bro.
with She-Ra.
Yeah, look at Prime, bro. He's definitely not going to heaven.
He's risen
Look at him,
up.
bro.
That was a Riz transformer, dog.
But look at how good she. Look at those legs. Okay, all right. Hey, see, and that's why I'm not going either.
That's why you're not going, bro. And that's like number 18,043.
Excuse or a reason that I'm not going.
Yeah,
hey, but that was a good question. You're right, bro.
What about you? What are you gonna ask him? Why'd you make me so handsome? It's rough, bro.
I honestly I don't have because I know the stuff I have questions for is like the stuff I asked you, but that's not that's not real. Like you know what I mean? If there really is a God or what? I know.
Nah, come on.
No. Let's end it on.
I met that fool and I was like, "What's cracking, dog? I have a question for you."
Yeah, let's end it on that. That should be our last question. Do you believe? Do you actually
To
really
be
believe?
continued.
So I'll take it first. Do I believe? Yeah, actually, honestly, deep down, I go to bed sometimes and I'm like, and I even so want to get, when I was a kid, I just automatically, I went in, I lay down. That was my ritual before I fell asleep was I say a prayer. And I did that all the way, almost probably up into high school before I kind of just stopped. Like, hey man, I just asked God the other day, like, am I going to pull a nice little blonde chick? Nothing happened. So I'm going to stop. You know what I mean? But for a while I was doing it. I remember doing it all the way, I think, up in high school. So religiously. So I don't know when that stopped. I think it was high school, but it never stopped. It never started up again. I remember when my kids were first born, and one day I was in bed and I was like, I'm going to pray. I don't know why. I want to pray for my kids and just for their health and da-da-da-da. And it felt good to kind of do it. It felt like, wow, that felt like familiar because I used to do it as a kid, But, yeah, like deep down, I still do believe. Like I don't know, I feel like there's something out there greater, and I feel like I need to be good, and I feel like I need to spread that goodness to my kids and teach them how to be good, and I do want them, if there
and hopefully
is
they're
a
receptive
God and a heaven that they will be saved. Like, but I know it's as you get older, as you get more educated, as you start to find out real facts about like science and how stuff like, it's kind of, you don't believe those books anymore. Like, oh, God said on this day, let's create, man, let's create da-da-da. But I don't know if I'm just like hopeful, young, still in my head. I'm still that youth who's just hopeful that there is still something. But I still want to, and I still do, believe that there is something out there. And I'm hoping that if I live a good life that I don't know what happens after this. Maybe I come back next.
What's waiting for you, huh?
What's waiting for me,
Yeah.
but I would consider myself a believer, and I actually do want to get a little bit more religious, at least like start getting a little bit more knowledgeable again, and then whatever as I get older, if I change or I don't, whatever. But I do want to get a little bit more knowledgeable as I get older, read more. Like look at those Bible verses we were.
Those are crazy, bro. Those are wild. I don't know if you found those.
Those are crazy. Those are crazy. So, and then I'll leave the last one to you. What's your take? Are you a believer or no?
Yes and no. Yes, because I like you said, I want to believe that there's something there. I want to believe that most of my life wasn't a lie or whatever. But there's a part of me, like you said, also as I got older, as I learned certain things, as I talked to certain people and heard their opinion and their and I mean, I think as long as it gives you a purpose to be a better person, and I'm all for it, bro. Like do the best.
Right.
Do the best
Why
you
would
can.
why would you be against that? Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel that, like I said, I'm a decent person. If it's because of that, then good. If it's not, I mean, I don't know otherwise. So I mean, I don't talk to my kids about it. I let them kind of just live and let live. But you know, one day I probably will. And you know, I think the last time I prayed, it was out of like gratitude, not asking him for something, not asking for a miracle.
That's cool.
You know what I mean?
Right,
That's another thing also that I'm kind of like I feel really bad that, you know, when I was younger I was like, I don't pray, but yet when I wanted something, or can you please just help me this, or, like, nah, come on, dude, it should be daily.
Let me win that super lotto.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. Let me gamble. I turned 18. I'm legal. Let me gamble. But you know, it's like, I think if you're gonna do it, that's good. Good for you. Get it, and whatever makes you a better person, I'm all for it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I'm not sure if we got an answer to our question, which is, will we be saved or not? I think I'm on the right path. I think you're. I don't know if you're going to get there. You're on a different road, but I'm hoping you get there.
Hey man,
I'm saving you a seat. I'm saving you a seat.
If it takes you badgering me, dog, then hey, enjoy your ride on me. I'll be down here.
Oh, all right.
The religious years, you know.
So will we be saved or not? I don't know. Only time will tell.
Hey, can you insert a halo?
Yeah, I can. I'll do it. Freeze though, like don't move your head because it'll move. Yeah, I'll put a halo on both of them. Can I? I don't know. Maybe. So if you laughed in this episode, if you sympathize with us, if you think we're going to hell,
if you're praying for us,
if you're praying for us to go to hell or praying for us to be saved, then you know what? Do us a solid. Hit that follow and like, subscribe. If we're gonna be stuck on this earth and we don't got a first class ticket to heaven, at least let us enjoy ourselves with a good show that, you know, getting some viewers. So like, subscribe, and of course always comment. Tell us again, you know, what you believe. What did you think? How did you grow up? Was it the same? Was it totally different? Maybe you didn't believe in God as a kid. Now you do. Let us know. But until next time, try and sin responsibly.
Yeah.
And as always, this is the Gentleman's Hour. Oh, that was a good one, bro. That was really
nice.
Good.